How's it going? Merry Christmas, everyone. How's it going, YouTube? So, last little bit, I've been doing reviews and shit about other people. So, this video is going to be just about me, and I'm in a little park right now, kind of in the middle of in North Vancouver, right on the Lynn Creek River. Hopefully this video sounds all right. But anyways, so this is a video about how I died and how Narcan and the safe injection site saved my life. When I used to get out of jail at Fraser, so a couple times I got picked up, but most of the time I was homeless, still fucking running around doing dope. And a lot of times when I got arrested, I was on my way to do dope. And, you know, I got a bit, say 6 months, 8 months, 3 months, whatever it was. Usually I'd come out of the jail clean and doing good, healthy, looking fucking good and feeling good. But as an addict, you know, I'd basically kicked the hard part of the drug habit, because my heroin was my thing. So I'd go into jail dope sick a lot, which is, yeah, it's a horrible feeling. But yeah, you know, that's just the thing about addiction. You know, I was basically coming out of there clean, healthy. I'd gained weight, I looked good, I'd worked out, and you come out and the first thing I do is go fuck up, and this is one of those stories. And this is kind of like my ritual of how I'd get out of jail, because I mean, usually when I would get busted, I was on the way scoring dope. So I guess however my mindset was for whatever reason, I was still thinking about scoring dope the whole time I was in there. I was, you know, I wasn't necessarily, for most of my bits, until really like the last bit, I wasn't thinking about getting my shit together. I was just thinking about doing more crime, meeting more criminals, and, you know, basically I got in shape so I could be a better criminal when I was in jail. That's what I focused on. I didn't focus on the positive for the most part until later. And so I would get on the Fraser would release you around 8:30 in the morning, and you'd be on a bus and they'd drop you off at this mall, Haney Mall, I guess it was. And so by the time you got your fucking clothes and whatever and threw your bag out, you know, your jail bag, and threw whatever, and, you know, got just your laces done up and all that kind of shit, the liquor store was open. Hey! So I'd go into the liquor store, and usually I had gate money. By the time I got out, I usually had money, because I worked in jail. I always worked when I went to jail, and people would send me money sometimes, and sometimes I get my tax check or whatever through there. So most of the time in jail, I had money on my books, and so I would save that, and then so I'd get out, and I went to I'd get on this bus, and I'd usually get a Mickey and a half sack, and I'd go. By the time I'd hit Coquitlam, I was fucking looped, drunk. So I usually would stumble out on Main and Hastings Street there, stumble off the bus, go score dope, and then I would then I would go find myself a pretty little thing, and you know, go off, and yeah, you know, you'd go off and like, hey, I just got out, wink wink. So that was sort of the ritual, right? You go off and get shit taken care of, and get high. And then, look up my dealers and whatever the next day, and let them know I'm out and ready to work and whatever. So, but yeah, the first day was party day. And so this one time I got out and I met up with a friend of mine. We'll call her Susie. She's watching this, she knows who she is, but she's still down there, so she's probably not watching this. But I hooked up with her, and we're just hanging out, and we scored this down at the time, and at the time it was really good. And she even said to me, listen, be careful, this is really good shit. And I'm like, well, yeah, I've already done 2 points, and I was already drunk, right? So, you know, which is the stupidest thing to do. Like doing opiates while you're drinking alcohol is extremely stupid to do. And I wasn't the smartest guy. I was just a lucky guy. And yeah, so we went in there, and I remember doing the dope, and I was in the safe injection site, and she came up and she was giving me a shoulder massage. The next thing I know, I'm looking up to all these paramedics, but 3 or 4 of them. She's looking down at me, a couple other people, and I'm just kind of looking up at the lights, and they're going, hey, you okay, you okay, poet, all right. That was my handle at the site. So, hey, poet, you okay? What's going on? You okay? You okay? You just had Narcan, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember fucking, honestly, I remember just thinking, shut the fuck up, quit talking to me. Like, I slowly woke up, and they're like, you just overdosed, and I'm like, holy fuck. And I was still in a daze. I was still like, I must have had a hot cap from somebody or something, because I mean, this stuff was particularly strong, and I just went right down, and it took them 3 narcons to get me back to life. Now that's 3 times they hit me with that shit. And yeah, it's the only time I've been revived by Narcon. And like I said, if I wasn't in that safe injection site, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I would have been in an alley or in a hotel room shooting that same dope. There wouldn't have been nurses around. There wouldn't have been people around. Um, yeah. So this is just kind of a thank you message to them, and just sort of a, looking back and being thankful I'm alive today to enjoy a beautiful day, having a nice walk, and yeah, reassessing my life choices. Thanks.